George Marshall gave him his entire career. This guy was like riding this guy's coattail the whole time, and he did not deserve the position he was put in. He was a rampant Anglophobe and a Francophobe, not unusual, honestly, for the time period. And this led all the British and French commanders to really hate him, which doesn't help him in, any means. He refused to use military terminology. To give you an example, he would call infantrymen walking boys and artillery pop guns. He would refuse to use the standardized military grid system when he would relay orders. And he would instead just kind of make up these bizarre orders. And I even have a quote here. He would tell someone like, have your boss report to the French gentleman whose name begins with a J at the place who begins with a D, which is 5 grid squares left of M. That's a direct quote of one of his orders. This guy
I'm pretty
was
sure if it's a new officer, he'll be like, what the hell?
I have another quote here. He told this one guy, "You're going to be targeting this location at the place that begins with C." So it's like maybe he couldn't read a map. I don't know, but that's like so unprofessional, and it's actually absurd to hear this kind of shit was going on. He was a distinguished graduate of like a great school, but again, it's like he was in the know, and he had a lot of big friends that were just kind of propping him up. He didn't follow procedures. He didn't even do like proper things when he was like saluting men and stuff. Also, when he finally took command and he during the North Africa campaign, he had this exquisite bunker made that he hid in, and I guess he took offense to the fact that Eisenhower was gifted a bulletproof Cadillac when he had landed. And all of a sudden, Frenadol, like, he demanded that he would get one too for some reason. And he, like, this was a top priority for him. This is something that a lot of people criticize him for. Um, Bradley was there. He said that, like, the fact that this guy hid in his bunker was a complete embarrassment to every American soldier present. It was very cowardly. What else to say about him? He never visited the front lines, clearly because he was at the bunker, spent his whole time there. He fought most of the time for that bulletproof Cadillac. I think one of the most egregious things he did is, for those who know about the Battle of Casterman Pass, he just spread the units thinly and he put his armor in piecemeal. He didn't even have mobile reserves to like deal with any of the breaches against frickin' Rommel,